Where are we going here?
Felipe.
The other Felipe.
Maybe we should put the F1 on this TV and the NFL on this one, because I can't see the... Can you see it?
What do you mean?
The iPad in the way.
Well, you could move the iPad.
Am I in
This
the
way,
way?
but-
No.
Or you could sit further that side.
No.
And see around. Where are you looking at? Yeah, I mean, I can see your issue. Yeah, I can. You can move it. You can move that rabbit and move the unit.
I feel like Martin Brundle is...
Has just cancelled himself
I feel like he's backpedaling.
like twice, and he's sweating like a
I don't know.
pig at breakfast
I didn't
time.
listen to all of it, but...
Hey, morning everyone. Oh, sorry, evening.
What do you... What?
Martin.
It's
I
like-
saw somebody say good morning in the chat that triggered me.
Dude,
I
it's
do
5
apologise.
p.m.
I know. Sorry, Brazilian national anthem's going.
Hey
on.
everyone.
Oh fuck.
Oh god. E o a tu a ona iwi matora.
Mark Armstrong just disrespecting the Brazilian national anthem here, singing his own one over the top of it.
Well, I don't know the Brazilian national anthem.
It's not an excuse to sing the New Zealand national anthem over
That's
the top
the
of
only
it.
one I know
I
how
know,
to sing.
but that's, yeah.
Okay. I need to learn.
If you're at church and the only song you know is "Running with the Devil" by by Motley Crue, I don't recommend you just belt out that one.
Ah, good.
It is a strange. It's a strange choice, the ukulele, to go with for the national anthem.
I quite like the ukulele.
It lacks a bit of oomph. Would be my only critique.
Disagree, mate. I think the ukulele really goes quite far in a nightclub, given the right speakers, bit of bass.
Yeah, bass for a ukulele.
Yeah, artificial bass.
Oh yeah. Sort of a electronic ukulele hybrid style. Miami's scored 7, so they've struck back in the football. Oh shit! I was going to put something out to say that we're live, wasn't I?
So we have the F1 on this TV, and we have the NFL on that TV. Chiefs versus Dolphins, massive game happening over in Germany.
Yeah, I've got the Chiefs by 3, or within 3, and I'm looking good on that bet at the moment as it stands. But
What did I bet?
things can change fast. Which I don't know what did you bet?
Well, to be fair, they are making a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know.
Marcus, how are you feeling about Aaron Rodgers nowadays? Pretty depressed, honestly. I don't want to toot my own horn here, but me and Aaron are good mates.
Are you actually?
Legitimately.
I noticed that you had a package full of Jets stuff at your flat. Was that courtesy of Aaron?
Well, I was going to go out on Halloween as Aaron Rodgers with some crutches.
That's quite funny.
Your legs are shaking the table.
Oh, sorry. That was quite funny. He's not on crutches anymore, though. Shit, he's up and about.
Yeah. No, he's an absolute Trojan, that boy Aaron Rodgers. You see, I think he's only 36 years old, so he's not old. For a sportsman nowadays, you can get well into your 40s.
Well, look at Scott Dixon,
Look at Scott,
for example.
for all we know, he could be peddling that number 9 Ganassi car to race wins until he's 50.
I hope he is. I guess you probably hope he is in some aspects, but...
Well, selfishly, I want him to stay in the sport for as long as possible.
Oh, well, that's good then. I wouldn't
Just
say that's
'cause-
selfish.
No, because he's my,
Oh, he's all of our hero.
well, he's...
I could be your hero, baby.
When will the next pod come out? Abby1567.
Under a week? Sub a week?
I'd probably say less than that.
Under a week? Yeah,
Depends
under a week.
on Rory, really. When Rory gets it done, we'll have it released. I feel like Rory's busy at the moment.
Is he a bit flat out, is he?
Yeah, he's been doing heaps of stuff.
He said he's been to Saudi Arabia twice in the last 2 weeks. So we can only assume he's bought into some kind of oil company and is really setting himself up well for the future, because Screaming Meals is a small business at best.
What? It's a what do we call it?
Well, I don't know if we. I don't
dynasty.
Yeah, we could call it that.
In many different areas.
HMRC would call it a micro company, but what do they know? Miami, 3rd and 20. A tough conversion on the cards here. They're looking good. They're in field goal range.
He's got to throw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what, are they taking a timeout of that?
Yeah, I think they are. Yeah.
Dolphins timeout. You see, here I imagine we'll be going for a Hail Mary of sorts. You can't run it. You got to throw it to probably Tyreek Hill or Waddle on the outside.
I mean, yeah.
But you want to be saving time as well, so you got to throw it towards the sidelines.
I think if he's in the pocket for any more than 3 or 4 seconds, he's just going to try to run.
I don't think so, because that'll burn the clock, and he won't make it. He won't make the first down.
Yeah, but he might get back into field goal range.
Maybe. Yeah, but true. Yeah, maybe. Where were they on the field?
Like the 45?
Yeah, maybe.
40?
Yeah, true. Run it. Run the ball. Nah, but they need a touchdown. They're so far back.
They do. Yeah, I know.
Predictions for the race.
Who's on pole? Max. Stroll's P3. Stroll to get the start and launch of his life and challenge for the lead at T1. Give Verstappen damage, causing some kind of interesting storyline hopefully to follow throughout the race of Verstappen trying to come back through the field with a slightly damaged car.
That'd be cool.
That might be interesting. Another scenario for you. Kevin Magnussen is rapid. I don't know.
And just wins the race?
Yeah, chops through.
My serious prediction, I think Max will control it from the start and never look back.
I can see a late red flag.
I haven't had a look at the tyres yet, which tyre they're starting on, but I imagine Max is starting on the medium, and he's going to go long. He's going to go to like lap 40 on the mediums, and then he's going to box one stop and just control it to the end, win by 15 seconds maybe. I'd say Lando will make his way through.
Yeah.
Because he's what, P8, is he?
I feel like Lando's better starting from deep in the pack. Whenever he's like up the front and he needs pace, he struggles. But whenever
he
he's
was
in
never
traffic,
like that when he was in the junior formulas.
Yeah.
There's actually an amazing stat out there that 97% of his junior formula career, Lando Norris started on the front row.
Wow.
So when you start on the front row every single race before you get to F1, you don't have to, you never learn how to race because you're always just leading.
True.
But obviously,
But no, I feel like he's been strong in traffic.
Here we
this
go.
year.
Throws it to the outside. Poor.
He's snapped up pretty
Yeah.
easy. But it's a long field goal from there. But a flag on the play.
Hopefully it's, yes, it's on the Chiefs.
I've got money on the Chiefs.
I've got money on the Miami Dolphins. $1.
I've got £5.
Marcus, do you still recommend me walking into your driver room at St. Pete as said on the podcast?
Yes.
I don't think I ever suggested that, did I?
I think you said something along the lines of you could literally just walk into my driver room if you wanted to.
I didn't suggest it.
Yeah, you're saying you could.
I mean, you could.
You could do a lot of things, which would
exactly.
be unwise.
I mean...
I'm not going to start listing them because I'm afraid of what I might say.
Don't.
I'm afraid of my own power. As we're getting the driver intros here now, the cringy... But, I mean, you can see it on the reflection behind us, let's be honest. George Russell's got to have the worst one in this one. The Michael Jackson, this is it pose is so extra.
But Danny Rick's like smiling, I quite like that. It's like they've showed his personality a wee bit. Dun dun dun. I think IndyCar need a song like this.
Russell looks so stupid.
No.
That is George Russell.
Did they score? They scored.
Oh shit.
They scored. They scored a touchdown. Come on, Dolphins. Maybe we should turn it down a wee bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Copyright infringement. We still need to hear something, so I'll keep it at 5. All right, so 14-21. We got ourselves a ball game in Germany. All right, so 15 turns at this gaff.
What's the weirdest thing you've autographed, Marcus, and would you sign my foot?
I'd have to say a foot would be pretty up there.
What have I? I don't know. I guess I signed a baby once.
Did you?
Yeah. Toronto. Autograph session. That was cool.
Helmut Marko's done that.
Really?
Yeah, signed Max Verstappen in 2014, didn't he? I'm here all week, people.
Terrible.
You've never driven Brazil, obviously, no?
This is a question for you, James.
Oh, okay.
Not for me. If you were a chair, which celebrity would you let sit on you and why? But that's from Milda_bar.
It's a good question. I feel like Adam Devine has quite a comfortable looking ass.
Just going to distance myself from that one.
It was your question.
This was not my question.
Well, you brought it up.
That was Milda's question.
Yeah, he's quite short as well, so he's a bit pudgy, but like he's quite short, so he wouldn't be too heavy and be like quite soft.
Right.
So if I was going to have somebody sit on me, I think it'd be somebody like Adam Devine.
Cool. Well, the more you know.
Yeah.
Carlos Sainz or P7?
I thought you were about to say Carlos Sainz is who you'd like to have sit on you.
No.
I suppose he wouldn't weigh much, would he? The Aston Martin second row, after the abuse they've been receiving all week for how shit their cars become. Second and third on the grid. Sorry, third and fourth.
Third and fourth. I do want Stroll to have the start of his life.
So,
come on, Lance. We need you. Make this race entertaining for
Lewis
us.
Hamilton with 2 nose rings in now just to really stick it to the FIA.
I see they raised the FIA fine.
Max fine,
Yeah.
Millie. Yeah.
I feel like that's for Lewis. Am I wrong?
I feel like you're lucky that didn't happen before your escapade in Monza last year. Because I reckon you'd be looking at least 750.
I don't think I was fined at all for that.
Fucking hell. Jesus. Nah, what would you have to do?
To get fined a mil.
Oh, is this another one where we're probably better off not to?
No, but seriously, what would you have to do to be fined a mil?
That you weren't, like, criminally
Maybe,
done for.
like, remember how drivers would sometimes run out of fuel or something after the race and they'd get, like, a ride back on each other's side pods? Remember that?
Yeah.
Like, I think Mark Webber took his helmet off at this race.
That's right. Yeah,
What?
you get a decent size
11
fine
years,
for that one.
was it 11 years ago?
2013, I think that
So
was.
10 years ago, Mark Webber took his helmet off. I guess you would probably get a substantial fine for that.
Mm. No, I think you'd have to, like, actively... I think you'd have to go... Yeah, actively try and hurt someone. Like, with the car.
Yeah, but how would you... That's so subjective. How would you actively hurt someone?
We crash and... Like, you'd slow down, wait for them, and, like, shunt them or something.
Yeah, but you'd also be sacked from your team if you did that.
Yeah, I'd say anything worth €1 million fine you'd probably be sacked for, at a guess.
You see, I think maybe it would be because when Lewis and Max were fighting for the championship, if Lewis took Max out of that race, he would have won the championship. So maybe that would be like, okay, you've won the championship
Yeah.
because you've taken the bloke out.
Yeah.
Here's your fine, but you're still the champion. Maybe.
I don't think you can add context to a penalty though.
Well,
I'd say an on-track penalty would always have to remain the on-track infringement.
I mean, I feel like this is okay to say, but in TRS, I was leading the championship, and I actually had.
I know what you're going to say.
Oh
no! Leclerc's in the wall on the formation lap!
No,
and he's
way.
out. He's out.
He is. Oh my god.
Oh, and we await a video of
What?
Matt from P1 absolutely losing his mind on social media to appear later on.
Fred Vasseur is keeping his calm on that pit wall. I'd be losing
Holy
it.
fuck. What's got on here?
Oh no. He's clear. Oh, what? He's away. He's away.
He's out. He's fished it out of. He's done his wing.
I'd say he'd probably taken off the rear corner though, wouldn't he? Or the front corner. Bizarre, isn't it?
I thought he'd lost a wheel.
What did he say on the radio? Alright, we've lost the hydraulics.
Hydraulics are fucked out. So it's a Ferrari technical fault as opposed to a Leclerc driver error.
Let's see. To me it looks like he's just lost it, no?
You don't think he's lost the brakes?
Well, it's a high-speed corner. Oh, yeah. No. His power steering's failed because.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's been halfway through the high-speed corner, and then the power steering's failed, which means the steering becomes like 80 kilos heavier. Welcome to.
I have a theory about power steering, but it's quite controversial, so I might save it for another time.
Okay, sweet. Well, they're lining up.
Oh, good. All right. I'm surprised they're not delayed. I really would have thought they would have delayed it and done another lap. I know Charles has parked up quite well, but
He did. He parked it as well as he could. So that means Lando's one position close to the podium already.
yeah, one down, few to go.
And
all right, here we go. Come on, Lance.
More important.
Oh, yeah, P2 on the grid. Lance has got a clear shot at it. Car the boy. All right. Lights out.
And away they go.
And Max is left.
And Lando's already down the inside to P2.
Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a massive shove in the background.
It's Albon.
And one of the Haas drivers, Magnussen's, ends
K-Mag.
up ass first into turn one.
Oh no.
And Norris is up to P2. And Oscar Piastri loses it around the... Oh my goodness.
Did he lose
He's kept it together somehow. But it was the biggest snap I've seen since my breakfast. Right, yellow flag. Surely a safety car soon.
No.
Here we go,
yes.
full safety
Is it
car.
full safety
car. Let's try and unpack this, because there's a very Norris Sainz reminiscent crash in the background there at the start. Do you remember when they got together a couple of years back?
I don't actually.
Bigger F1 fans in the chat will understand.
Jeez.
Holy hecker. All right.
So K-Mag and Albon, is it?
There's still a rogue tyre working its way across some Rolex advertising. Is that one of the Alpines, or is that definitely Albon?
No, that's definitely Albon. Oh, that Haas team. Imagine how much crash damage they've been through over the past couple of years.
Can you imagine being a Haas fan?
Well, they did pretty well up until that point this week. I'm a massive Albon fan, personally. And now I'm... Yeah.
Yes. Oh, fucking hell, he's really made a mess of that Williams.
That's a large one.
Alright, so let's see what's going on here. Alonso with a really aggressive angle.
Yeah.
So Norris knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. I think Alonso's
Soft tyre, how are you going?
taking the piss a bit with that angle. Whoa.
So he's made... So Albon's managed to hit 2 Haas's in one incident.
Really? Oh no. What's happened there? They need to show an Albon on
I think
board.
he's hit Hulkenberg and ricocheted into Magnussen.
He's had such a good start. He doesn't know what to do with
So
himself.
he's gone around the outside here of
Yeah, but of
and
course
then
he's
to
been.
douche.
So Magnussen or the house in the middle has just been sandwiched. So it's just a
fuck up.
It's just a average situation, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh.
I think it was the house in the middle actually ended up getting away with it. Was it?
Hulkenberg. Yeah, he's still running. He might have a bit of a bent front end, but yeah, you can see he's gone right well wide there.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Is daylight savings in effect, or is red zone going to be on now?
2 races in a row that Magnussen's crashed, is it?
I'm not sure actually.
Oh god, he hit the back of Piastri. Oh, but someone hit the tyre, no?
Yeah, Hulkenberg ran over it.
But a tyre with no...
it's hit one of the AlphaTauri's
A
rear
tyre
wings.
with no rim. How
Yeah,
does
yeah,
that
yeah.
happen? I think because the tyre
It's
pressures...
been cut off the rim by a front wing.
I feel like the tyre pressures are so low at the start of the race that if you have any contact, it just takes the tyre
Blows
off.
the thing off. Look at Perez having a bit of a boogie.
No stress, Ali.
Yeah, so Hulkenberg runs over the tyre and then it hits the rear wing of one of the AlphaTauri's.
Yep.
Yeah, Piastri's
no.
been dedoused. A red flag.
Red flag.
I
That's
said
good.
we might see a late red flag, but instead we've got ourselves an early one.
Well, it's good. They did a standing start in F1 under red. I'm a big fan of that rule.
I'm wondering if they go full I think they'll go full reset too. Because there wasn't more than one sector of racing without a yellow flag, so they'll go back to the original grid order.
True, if you don't complete the first lap before the red... No, but they did complete the first lap.
I don't think they... Not though, they didn't race the first lap.
No, but if
So
there's a red
yeah,
flag...
that shakes the camera.
If there's a red flag after you've completed the first lap, then it's the new order.
Right, yeah, no, that does make sense, yeah.
Strategic stuff from the FIA.
But this is actually quite good commentary chat from us for once.
I like that Mercedes Black Series they have as a safety car, mate.
Everyone froths for the Aston Martin safety car. Yeah, it's fine for the audio, Al. Oh, fireworks!
As we pan back to the NFL, if anyone's interested.
Singing Country Road in Germany at the top
What's
of their
Piastri
lungs.
saying?
Red flag, they're going to see if they can repair the car. Can we turn Germany up?
I don't know. Can we?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have to point it?
Oh no, they've finished their song now.
Damn.
Alright, so the Dolphins are going to line up on the 11-yard line. 7 points down, 12 to go in the final quarter of the game. Spin move doesn't work out. They'll go out for a medium yard gain. They'll be bring up about second and fourth.
Second and 5, I think. Second and
Maybe
5.
second and 5.
Which is it's a good field position for Mike McDaniel. I think he's quite good from the
At
close to-
mid-range spots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Normally be short yardage.
He's a real nickel and dimer.
He's quite good at the short yardage throws, and then they've got so much speed on the outside that of course their players are going to create yards just by the fact that they're great.
The clerk's just parked it in a field that he's found nearby, so that's good.
Leclerc. Jeez. I wonder what, because that Ferrari has had hydraulics failures with Sainz as well recently.
Yeah.
That is one thing you don't want to have happen in an F1 car. If you're halfway through a high-speed corner on a push lap, because he's lucky that it happened on the warm-up lap. If that
Very
happened,
true, actually, yeah.
If that happened during the race, when you're flat out through a high-speed corner.
We happened to a friend of the show, Ringer van der Zandt at Spa in the LMDH. His power steering went halfway through Eau Rouge. Rough.
So in F1, do you think everyone understands how power steering works?
Well, explain it for those who might not. We've got a red flag. We've got the time.
So in F1...
Oh, and he's lost the ball. He spilled the pill. And do the Chiefs recover? Carry on with your power steering.
In F1, there's almost like an assistance with the steering weight, with the amount of downforce that is pushing on the tires in the car. You need assistance to be able to just simply turn the wheel, because if not, like IndyCar in F2, the steering is so heavy that it's physically impossible to complete a race distance.
The Dolphins retain
with obviously Formula 2 and IndyCar can handle no power steering, only just. But if you lose power steering halfway through a corner, you think you're all good, and then suddenly the steering weight will just
snap it out of your hands.
Tagovailoa going for the...
Oh, and a big hit by the number 20 there. Yeah, my controversial theory on power steering, and perhaps I can ask your opinion on this.
Okay, go for it.
To try and make the road to Formula 1 for men and women as equal as possible, could they not just stick power steering in the car?
It's true, but it's expensive. So...
But you've got power... So here's your dull mind. I've even forgot the name for the fuck. Anyway, your layman, there you go, that's what I was trying to think of. Your layman would then say, well, I've got power steering in my Nissan Sentra. How much harder can it be to put it in an F2 car?
Pass the remote. Well, it's a good question. Well, Super Formula in Japan, they have power steering.
Right, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
And that it makes sense.
The cleric's going for a picnic somewhere.
It certainly does make sense to add power steering, because it makes it a whole lot easier for the driver to drive the thing. But you'd have to ask someone else, but I think it's just cost related. If you're gonna, these F2 and F3 cars are expensive enough as it is, imagine putting another electronics unit for power steering in it.
To fail.
Maybe.
Yeah, as well. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Mechachrome would do a wonderful job, but...
I might distance myself from that one. But if Super Formula can do it, I'm sure, F2 can find the technology for it.
You'd have thought. But anyway, we'll move on from that genuinely interesting piece of technical conversation. Very rare sight on this show. So Yuki, pretty much all the drivers out of the car now, talking to their engineers.
I feel like this is
What's the weirdest thing you've ever done during a red flag?
During a red?
Yeah. Okay, all right, no.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Well, one that springs to mind was Macau, when Sophia had the big crash.
Oh, yeah.
And none of us realised the magnitude of this crash, because for some reason there wasn't a proper TV camera angle of this, and all the drivers were just socialising, I think ESPN was covering that race.
Yeah.
Subtle flex, and we were being all interviewed, and it hurts me because she just had that massive crash, and then they're sort of showing slow-mos of her having the crash. We didn't see it, obviously, and then we're socializing like nothing's ever happened.
Yeah, I know.
And man, that if you guys haven't seen that crash,
not a small shunt,
by Sophia in Macau 2018, was it?
Must have been.
You have to look at it on YouTube. That is one of the biggest crashes I've ever seen.
Could have been 19.
And then obviously she came back to race the following year.
Yeah.
I think she's even racing this year as well.
Oh, that's cool. No, I remember watching that live, and she went into the stands with such speed that the commentator went, and a bit of front wings flicked off into the grandstand there. That's how quick it was. And I remember I spotted it, I was like, I think that was a car.
Yeah. Oh.
Madness. But I remember that red flag. So it was a very long red flag period.
Yeah.
And you, Callum, and Yuri all got interviewed together.
I think Hughes was there, Jahan was there.
Yeah.
The whole gang was there, mate.
Yeah.
It was, What other red flag moments have we had recently?
Abu Dhabi last year.
Monza.
Jahan went in.
Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, Jahan went head first into the barriers
that's right.
in between T2 and T3.
Yeah. I think it also depends on where you are at the point of the red flag. Because if you are leading and there's a red, it's sort of quite stressful because you're like, ugh.
Oh, can we not just get this fucking thing over with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're P12 or whatever, and you want a bit of chaos. Chaos creates opportunity.
Yeah.
You're sort of happy about it, and you get out the car with a bit of optimism, and you're like, yeah, let's go. Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah, so I think he's fared quite well out of all of this bullshittery.
Yeah, everyone in the comments has clearly just seen the video of Sophia crashing in Macau.
Oh, right. Yeah, big one.
Yeah. I'd be keen to
Look at this start from Lando Norris. We've not given enough credit to that, I don't think. That's textbook.
I do miss a standing start.
So he's got 1, 2... He's got 3 blokes off the line. 4 if you count Leclerc and his power steering.
2nd and 6.
Is that Mike McDaniels?
Almost. Who's got the ball?
Dolphins. Finns have got it on the halfway line.
Not a good start by Stroll. Damn. All right, boys, go.
Come on, Kansas.
Why do they keep running this ball,
Yeah,
man?
boy.
Every time they run the ball, they go a yard.
It's going to be 3rd and 5, maybe 3rd and 4.
I'll be keen to know what everyone thinks. What are your favourite helmet manufacturers? There's the big 4, which is Bell, RI, Schuberth, and Stilo. I'll be keen to know what you guys think.
I actually quite like a Stilo.
Okay.
If you went with a real kind of Star Warsy design as well, you'd look a bit like a Stormtrooper. I think you could get like a real cool Stormtrooper paint job on a Stilo.
That's a great idea, Jim.
Thanks.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that for your upcoming career.
Well, if Stilo want to sponsor it, I'm open to all sorts of money.
So we've got RI. Someone says RI makes you bald. Jeez.
I've always had RIs and I'm running it right.
RI, Bell, RI, no clue, sorry man. Bell, Bell.
Why would you comment that?
RI, love a good Bell.
A lot of support for the Bells.
Bell.
I'm an RI guy.
Lewis looks like he might need a hair transplant soon.
I mean, glass houses, mate.
I mean, so do I. But, yeah. I use a bicycle helmet with bubble wrap, says this person. That's an interesting choice.
We could come out with our own helmet.
You're a helmet.
Yep.
Yeah.
2nd and 16. Dolphins have had a penalty applied to that last play.
I think what you got to do is you got to think you're going to run it on the 4th. You've got to. So you got to. All right, I wouldn't have done that.
Oh my god! And the O line absolutely takes a shit on its own chest.
Oh dear.
Oh, more fireworks.
3rd down now. You've got to throw it. 3rd down.
Third and very long as well.
Oh, are we still replaying this crash from Albon?
There's not much else going on, I'm afraid.
Well, it'd be cool if they could push the yellow button and have us come up on the TV.
That would be good, actually.
Talk about the NFL.
Yeah.
And helmets. I don't know. Maybe you should spam Sky Sports and make that happen.
Mm.
Here we go. 3rd and 26. Tua Tagovailoa goes for the big throw.
Pressure, and it's way outside the numbers.
Yeah, but that's also pass interference. He knocked him over before he even got there.
I mean, it was...
I told
flag
you!
Comes out.
I told you!
Jesus, that hurt. Andy Reid is a furious-looking walrus
It's
right
true,
now.
though. Or maybe it's for a holding call. I don't know.
Maybe it is holding.
On Miami, maybe.
Or a helmet-to-helmet with the quarterback?
No, I think it's holding on Miami. It is. Damn it.
So it's going to go back to the Chiefs, who are up by 7 with 4 minutes and 22 left on the clock. Long message there on the chat.
Yeah. Do you want to go to the NFL in London together next year?
We've been trying to actually do that for years.
Well, we did last year.
Yeah.
And it's great. I mean, it depends on what teams.
Yeah, we got a shit game.
I think it was Jags Broncos.
It was. It was non-prime Trevor Lawrence versus very non-prime Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Marcus, I just need you to know you have the oddest taste in football teams. I don't think that's true at all.
Dolphins and the Jets is pretty rogue, like historically speaking.
Well,
And you are an Aaron Rodgers slut, so you will go wherever he goes. But I've got no issues with that.
Aaron Rodgers is an absolute hero. He is an amazing football player.
I don't disagree.
And the Dolphins are the most entertaining team to watch. Like,
Yeah, not far. Yeah, I'll give you that.
even
It's sporadic.
even watching their press conferences is fun.
Mike
because
McDaniels is
Mike
the best
McDaniels
coach,
is the
yeah.
funniest guy in the world. Travis
I
Kelce.
love the Rams, but our head coach is corny as fuck, and we play the most boring football.
Was it Sean
It's
McVay?
terrible. Hey?
Sean McVay.
Sean McVay.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty. He's very energetic.
Seems like a nice guy, but it seems like the kind of guy who'd be like a life coach that you just want to fire after day one.
Oh, that's harsh. He won a Super Bowl.
Oh, and I'm forever grateful. I love Sean McVay.
Yeah. Or he was going to go to television, actually. He was going to get like
Surprise
$100
me.
million deal to go to ESPN or something.
Really?
Yeah.
He's got the face for it.
So much money in American sports.
Alright. Big dog.
Well, the NFL. You know, baseball,
Yeah.
basketball.
NDK.
And... yeah. I don't think anyone's liking the NFL chat.
Oh, really? Well, there's nothing going on in the Formula One.
Well, Max is getting back in the car. I think the FIA like throwing out red flags as often as they can now.
Yeah, because more ad time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
they can sell more commercials.
Where I mean obviously not on Sky Sports, so
No, but on your various sort of outlets throughout Europe and Asia.
okay. Lewis getting ready. Got a new pair of sunglasses.
Cool red
every day.
shades on Lewis Hamilton there.
Yeah, I like those.
They're very you, actually.
I'll be interested if the camera just kept on him, how he gets his hair into his balaclava.
It would be quite, yeah. You do wonder.
Oh, what's Ricardo saying?
Yeah, you got hit by that tyre there. Douche. Spanked his rear wing.
We have
Come
Carlos Sainz.
People should be loving this NFL chat because
He goes, what?
Taylor Swift's boyfriend's playing,
Yeah.
so they should all be into it.
I just hope we bin this clutch as soon as we go back to Maranello, says Carlos. Have you ever had an experience where you have a bad relationship with the clutch? Like there's one clutch you just don't gel with?
I wouldn't know one clutch from another clutch, to be perfectly honest.
Right, okay. I used to have my favourite clutches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a metaphor?
No,
Okay.
it's not. I would name my clutches. I used to take my starts very seriously.
You actually you were good off the line. You're almost wasted an IndyCar in that aspect.
It's annoying that they don't do standing starts.
Actually.
Yeah, because some clutches seem to bite a bit harder than others. No, that's a legitimate thing. That's a legitimate thing. When you release the clutch, some will like sort of bite a bit more and go straight to wheel spin, and others will. I'm not even going to say it.
Okay.
No. I'll leave it at that.
Some get a bit sticky, do they?
Shh. Charles is not happy, huh?
No, he's just surely He's thinking in his head, get me the fuck out of here. Anybody.
I don't think that. I don't think he'd be thinking that. I think he's probably looking for a result.
Yeah, starting P2 as well.
You do feel for him.
I know.
I love his watch.
Oh. Amazing watches. Sim Magnussen's comment on the €1 million fine was, yeah, sure, it's nice for Charles, you can just give them one of his watches, but for me, it would bankrupt me, you'd never hear from me again.
Yeah. Oh, surely the FA would have to take that into account, no? Like,
I know, like,
when they're giving fines to...
imagine if Lawson got like €1 million fine. It would ruin him.
He'd probably call Clem.
Yeah. I need to take out a really low interest loan.
But surely there's a conversation that happens in the steward's office. Like, okay, we're trying to penalise Lewis or Max.
Yeah.
Versus, okay, we're trying to penalise Liam or Yuki or like...
Yeah, I mean, Lewis could sneeze and make that amount of money.
I wonder what salary he's on. I wonder if anyone knows.
Be big. It'll be online. You can find out.
I don't think the legitimate number's online, though.
Oh, yeah, true. Well, I suppose him not filing tax returns doesn't help.
No. I'm going to fully distance myself from that one.
It's true. Do you know where he lives where he's from in Stevenage in the UK? It's a bit of a shithole. In their town hall, they've got famous people who are from Stevenage, like at their train station, and they don't have Lewis Hamilton there as a dig because he's never paid tax in that local area.
But do you have to pay tax in regions in the UK?
No, you don't, but they're just sour because he doesn't pay tax.
I'm pretty sure he's done a lot for his hometown.
Don't know.
I'm sure he has. I mean...
How much have you done for
Christchurch?
Akaroa?
I'm not from Akaroa. I am a Christchurch through and through.
Do you feel like you give back to Christchurch?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. It's not for me to say.
No, fair enough.
I miss the kart track though.
I hate that track.
I loved it.
Good times there, but I sucked at that track.
Christchurch
I couldn't wrap my head around it. It's bumpy and narrow, cold all the time.
It's like a little Indy kart track, isn't it?
It was a bit actually.
Bumpy.
Yeah.
Every corner leads into another corner.
There's banking in weird places you wouldn't expect.
Well, there used to be a thing that Christchurch drivers would win anywhere because the track is so difficult.
My track that I grew up racing on, they said the same about that, but for the North Island.
What's it called?
Mount Wellington. It was really small and bumpy.
Never drove there.
But it was probably the Christchurch of the North Island, if you will.
Hang on, we're live with Gunther.
Race is going to restart at 2:31 local time, so in 2 minutes. I don't think we should have it up. Gronk trying to convince someone to join USAA.
Let's get this race started, man. My flies undone.
Mercedes sponsored by Advanced Micro Devices, then.
I went to Sao Paulo recently.
I heard.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Any stories that spring to mind there that you can tell on a Twitch stream?
No.
No, fair enough.
No, I do like it though. It's very tropical.
I feel sorry for Brazil because I'm sure it's a lovely place, but I now never ever want to go there because I'm so sick of Novalak talking about it.
He does talk about it a lot. But you should go there.
I know.
It's awesome. Apart from like Rio, not many people spoke English, so that was tough.
It's an uphill battle, isn't it?
Although in Sao Paulo, a lot of people spoke English, and it was quite a social scene.
Oh, and the Dolphins with a big run down the field, by the way. Inside the 2-minute mark now.
I reckon Dolphins will win this. Touchdown, go for 2, win. Don't go to overtime with.
I mean, it's a good script.
Don't
For the away game.
Don't go to overtime.
Fucking hell, man. Come on. Hang on, what's my
Patrick
bet,
Mahomes.
by the way? Is it within 3? Because I think the bookies like the Dolphins for this one better, you know. I think I just need to be within 3.
I think Mostert's had a really good day today.
Who?
Rasheem Mostert,
Mm.
running back for the Dolphins. Oh,
Oh, is that intercepted?
no. Oh, thank God.
No way. Oh my goodness.
Imagine. Oh, look how close that is, mate. No.
Oh my, it's dropped, but
That was his.
yeah.
2nd and 10. There's only so much Mike McDaniel can do from the sidelines here.
No, I've got so I need the Chiefs to win by 2.
Oh, the
That's
F1's
my bet.
restarting.
Come on, Chiefs, stand up on defense.
No, come on, Dolphins.
Convert!
Mate, the Chiefs' defense is never gonna. Oh! Who was he
No
throwing
flag?
that to?
Sweet.
3rd and 10. Come on, fella. One more chance.
Minutes ago. This is the game. Minutes ago. If it's handover to the
This is
to
the
the
game.
Chiefs, they wind out the clock, and James Blair is £4.54 richer.
Come on. Come on, Tua. This is the time, my boy.
I've got a beer on this.
Come on, fella. You can do it. I reckon they'll try and get a false start here. Hut.
Try and call them offside. Not
Tua.
to be. They're going to go to the air.
Oh,
It's
no!
way short. Oh my god!
What is going on, man?
Hideous throw from Tua Tagovailoa.
Surely you gotta go. You gotta go
You
again.
kind of have to, do you not?
Surely you can't kick it.
Yeah. What's the point? You're just losing by 4.
So now they're getting to the grid now for the restart. Come on, Mike.
Not that interested in the restart.
Come on, Mike McDaniel. Come on, Lando Norris. Or Lance Stroll. You'd be worried if you were Carlos Sainz here, because you could be like, my hydraulics could fail at any moment now.
Yeah, you would be a bit on the edge, wouldn't you? You wouldn't tell them, would you?
Yeah, you would.
You'd say it was like a clutch issue or something.
Here we go. The game on the line. Game on the line. False start. You're kidding me.
No, timeout, I reckon.
Yeah, you're right. Okie doke.
Here we go. And a well-timed timeout by the Miami Dolphins, because we're about to get underway back here in Sao Paulo.
They should take another 15 minutes.
Who's Santa there in the Aston Martin garage?
Who? Santa.
Yeah. And
Who they?
Ricardo's coming back in. Mahomes looks nervous. I look nervous.
What's the difference between live streams instead of race comms? What?
There shouldn't be one in theory. That's Piastri.
Starting from pit lane.
Or he might have more damage than needs to be fit. I don't know. Here we go.
Okay,
1 light, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights.
Lando.
Oh, it is quite a nice launch from Norris, but it's not going to be anything near enough.
Oh,
In fact, Hamilton challenging.
he'll send it around the outside.
Yeah.
And he
And
makes
yeah,
it.
very respectful. I mean, it almost feels like a TRS race now. There's so few cars.
Yeah.
Oh, and a massive sack to win the game for the Kansas City Chiefs. Stand up. That's a performance.
You don't know the name of that player, do you? Oh, by the way, Alonso got Hamilton.
Oh, unbelievable. Well done, Alonso. Hopefully get a replay of that, because I was too busy.
Celebrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's a replay.
You don't need us. You don't need this. Oh no.
Oh, it's not even...
Jeez. I hate to say it.
It's a fumbled snap with the game on the line. By the most Miami Dolphins thing that Miami Dolphins will do today. Oh, One of the AlphaTauris having a good old look down the inside of one of the Alpines and running wide and losing the spot to his teammate, in fact.
Was that Yuki?
I think it has to have been, yeah. Suppose. And now the Haas is all over the arse of Yuki Tsunoda. Oh! Bit of a jink to the inside. This is good stuff. The two Spaniards going at it. Oh no, apologies, that's actually Stroll who's dropped to P7.
Really?
Yeah, not great.
Goodness me. Well, Verstappen, off he goes, no? Actually, Lando's keeping him there.
The Kansas City Chiefs go to 7-2 on the season.
I think they'll face each other again for the AFC Championship.
I think so.
You'd think we're NFL commentators.
Yeah, I'm even dressed a bit like an NFL coach, like a high school football coach.
What, with a Tennessee Titans hat on?
Yeah, but even like the sort of the khaki slacks, you know?
In the whip strap.
And the whip strap.
Gasly chasing down Sainz. Look how much deflection's in that front wing. Look. This thing must deflect. This is different to the quali one, huh? This is different to the quali deflection.
I haven't been paying that close attention, I have to say.
I think they have... I may have just...
Verstappen with the fastest lap, by the way. Well, we're 51 minutes into the stream and 6 laps into the race.
Yeah. Let's work together, says George. I won't attack early in these early laps. Right.
Is that it? Let's work together, but he better get his fucking finger out of his ass, because I'm bored.
I'd say it's the old car dealer trick, you know? Like...
The old car dealer trick?
Yeah, I'm not going to give this guy a low price. You know, you can have this sale. When in reality, Russell's going to lunge him the first chance he gets. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Don't think he'll get close enough, but...
No. Well, Hamilton might have damaged his tyre a little bit with that lock-up, but...
Lando's looking fast. Lando's looking fast. We should have his
Is he?
We should have his onboard up. Do you have F1 TV on like your laptop or something?
No.
Big fan of watching Lando's onboards.
Yeah, you reckon he's driving very well at the moment?
He is a peddler. That guy drives the wheels off that car.
And he actually really is. He's got half a toe in Max Verstappen here.
You don't be following too closely at this stage in the race on softs, because the closer you are on Pirellis, the higher the surface temp goes. You need the fresh air to cool the surface down a bit, you know?
Yeah.
You'll know that from your karting days, won't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But if he's got the pace, why not? I mean...
7 tenths behind now on the road. I mean,
think
Verstappen's going to have to pull something out in the sector, and looks to have done so. 9 tenths the gap
Yeah,
now.
but McLaren's very fast on the straight, remember?
Yeah, but I mean, he's got to... That's the thing, you've got to stay put, don't you? You got to...
This track would be a punisher for the neck.
Yeah, it doesn't.
All the corners go the same way. It'd be like... Look how fast that thing is on the straight. Look at it.
You didn't say fast with an American accent now.
That thing is rapid on the straight.
Come on,
Lando.
I think you might have him here, you know.
Go on, son. DRS open, spaceship.
Spaceship mode.
Yeah, we'll do him on the outside, won't he?
Yeah, surely. Although Verstappen's been known to be a bit aggressive at that corner. And now Lando's just got to get the fuck back now, right, and not cook his tyres.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When you're this close behind
You
the
back
car in
off.
front, you can't sit there for more than 2 laps. I think your brake temps will go up because they make these side pods so small in F1 now to reduce drag. The engine temp will go up, the water temp, and then obviously tyres will just explode. Like the surface temp will go 20-30 degrees up, and you're driving on ice.
Yep.
And he's already lost what?
Bats off at least 6/10.
I don't reckon he's backed off. That's just him not having any grip and his
Dirty air through the twisty stuff. So you almost need like to time your run. Without DRS, is he gaining?
I think he still catches him with DRS.
No, he lost about a 10th.
You'd have to do sort of push. I think you'd charge your battery for one lap, and then you'd try the next lap. But then also Max will be doing the same thing. So Max will be trying to figure out where he's charging, and just try and duplicate what he's doing. But I think the battery you can only deploy the full battery like maybe once every 2 laps.
What's your favourite onboard F1 shot? I quite like that behind the ear one. Or do you like the old
I like the one
intake camera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see what everyone's doing, what switches they're playing with, all that. I guess you can see that from the visor cam, but yeah, I'm just used to the one above. Ay. What's everyone talking about? Marcus and James, give us F2, F3 silly season commentaries.
I mean, there are things I know that I can't say.
I'm not really in touch with the F2, F3 driver market at the moment. I've heard a few bits and pieces, but...
I've heard a lot about Prema.
Have you?
Yeah.
I think that's been announced already. Wait, we shouldn't say it just in case it hasn't.
One of 2 has been announced. Antonelli. Was it you who I was telling about? I think I told that rumour too, and you told me I was absolutely crazy. That Antonelli was going F2 with Prema next year.
No, I don't think it's crazy. I think the boy is very, very good.
I told that to somebody, and they told me that I needed to check my sources, and I was out of my mind when it came out, and I was like, I forgot who I needed to be smug to.
It was probably me.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've heard that 3 different people have been confirmed for that seat, so don't know what to believe.
Now, trying to decide what to have for dinner tonight.
Should we order something in? We're here for a while.
I've got dinner reservations.
Ah.
Well, I've got dinner plans. I would love to, but I can't.
Maybe next time, eh?
Italian or... I'm in the mood...
Well, you're looking for a restaurant?
I'm in the mood for calamari.
You're going to say you're in the mood for calamari for a second there.
Where is Callum? I want somewhere close to home, you know? Not too far.
I actually might order some food. Have I got anything in the fridge?
What's happening in the race then? Lando's fallen back, huh?
Yeah, he's dropped off. 5 laps in since the restart, I think.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? Well, when you're on a high fuel load, you're on soft, new soft. When there's a lot of rubber on the tyre, it holds a lot more temperature. So the more you wear the tyre down... I see what you mean.
Yeah, the rate of wear reduces?
Well, yes, but the lower the temperature goes, with less rubber you have on the tyre.
Yeah, volume is temperature's friend, isn't it?
Yes, sure. Especially on a high fuel load. So Lando's suffering the consequences already, huh?
Appears to be so, yeah. Unless he is just,
Then again...
Because he's not gone much further back than 2 seconds.
I think he knows that he has a pace advantage, and he's just going to...
Try and apply it in the pit stops.
Try and maybe... I don't think he'll be able to overcut.
No, you'd have thought undercut would be the way to go here.
The lap's very short, so you can get away with an overcut. But then again, it's F1 and you have tyre blankets. You come out the box as fast as you've ever gone.
Yeah, and you come out the box to a nice long straight as well. You're not hacking it straight into a corner like Bahrain.
Do you prefer the tyre blankets, or do you prefer IndyCar with no tyre blankets?
I prefer no tyre blankets.
tell you,
Because that's the only thing I've experienced.
it is so hard to come out the box in an IndyCar when you're battling with some geezer for position on cold tire.
Yeah, it does. You do get very squirrely.
The Americans go. Oh man, watching an outlap from Kyle Kirkwood is pretty entertaining because that guy's like 125% from the outlap. It's brilliant. Okay, Fernando, we're still on for Plan A. Plan A.
Oh, Perez threatening to do something but doesn't do so. Not much going on, is there? Joe's past Hulkenberg for P13. I can hear quite the fireworks display happening somewhere.
Well, it's Skyfall.
There's one down. Yeah, there's some down there.
Kings Road.
New Year's fireworks would be good from here.
Does anyone have any Italian restaurant recommendations?
Circo Poplar La La La.
No, West. West.
I like Kensington.
Yeah.
It's one on the King's Road.
Oh my god, I'm seeing it just begun.
It's Cipriani. Cipriani?
Cipriani. Yeah, I can't think right now. Logan, about to do a move.
How's he going? P15, it's not bad.
Yeah.
P14 now. The man's flying.
Perez going forward as well.
Actually, he's got a good opportunity to score a couple of points here today, potentially. Logan Sargent with Magnussen and Albon out of the way. And Leclerc, obviously, as well.
Sergio.
Nice move by
Where's
Perez,
Sergio now? P5.
Yeah.
Bit disappointed by Stroll's start, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I would have expected him to really... Come on, son. What did George say?
We were working together, or we're just doing our own race. So, mate, you've just been overtaken.
I guess it's delayed, or at least I hope it is. Carlos looks like he's... they're all on just a DRS train, aren't they?
There's a few nice ones in North London there. There's 3 sets of fireworks.
Carlos Sainz. Chasing down Lance Stroll.
Quite hungry.
Yeah, you haven't eaten anything all day.
Yeah. Had a sausage roll and a Pepsi.
Yeah, the Italian food in London is not great.
It's not amazing. is it?
User 1038, etc.
Novikov Italian's actually pretty good. I know it's not West, but that's one of the better Italians I've had in London.
Yeah, but generally the only reason you go to the Italian side of Novikov is because you can't get to the Japanese side.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like you go there for Japanese, but you're like, damn it, they're full.
Downgraded.
Gotta go to the Italian one. There's quite a nice local that's near my place, which we won't disclose. We went there. We've been there a couple of times.
Actually, we tried to go there the other night, but the place that it was closed. But the place that we ended up landing on was actually very good.
Where?
Around the corner from your place.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I had that nice lamb, pistachio crusted lamb. Delightful.
No.
Nice glass of red.
I had a really good scrambled egg yesterday.
Okay.
Like it
great.
was so good.
Granger and Co.
It was Granger and Co.
You.
In Notting Hill. It was so good. I took a photo of it. Hang on. And I don't know what made it so good.
Put it on Screaming Meals, mate.
Hang on, let's just show everyone first. My whole camera roll was just food.
Just with the...
Look at this.
Why aren't you posting this more?
It's a beautiful scrambled egg with tomato, bit of avocado.
It looks. The colour of it's quite dull. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's sort of yellow.
Yeah.
The trick is you got to order extra. Hang on, we keep making a mess there.
Yeah.
You got to order more avocado than what they suggest because you can't.
Just no budget.
You got to go full gas on.
You're probably looking at around about 12 quid of extras there.
Then the other day I had this beautiful poached egg. So this was it's quite similar with avocado, but it was poached egg, not a scrambled egg.
Fuck, you've got some good stories, mate.
What else? What else have we got here, Jim? Oh yeah,
You've probably got a few granolas in there,
yeah.
knowing you.
I found this beautiful spot in Mexico City, where they made these raspberry pastries. What's happening in the race, by the way?
Perez has found some talent, and he's on the back of Hamilton now. A few guys starting to stop, so we'll keep an eye out for that.
Okay, good. What else? Massive fan of the acai bowls in Brazil.
I've never had an acai bowl.
Mexico.
Oh, okay. I've never had one. They just don't look nice to me. Has Sonoda had a moment?
Did he?
Or Ricardo, maybe? I don't know. I feel like I saw a Alphatara with grass on his tyres.
Yeah. Do you know, the more I grow up, the more I realise that peanut butter is one of my favourite things in the world.
That's good.
Yeah. Just thought I'd let you know.
I'd say red wine's one of mine. Oh, Perez to the inside of Hamilton. Easily done with the
He's
DRS
got
there.
pace, isn't he?
Good job.
Old surge.
Hamilton could come back here, though. We have seen this move executed a few times over the course of the weekend. If you get done into one, good camera work. There we go. And they appear out of the blurriness, but it's going to be Perez who holds on.
Lewis, yeah.
Lewis is still all over the back of him, though.
Far out.
But he's not going to have the grip to.
He
throw
might
it
just
around
send
the
it
outside
around.
there,
That'd be
surely.
funny if he did.
Yeah, threw it into the wall. Sargent exits the pits.
Does he?
P15 still.
How many more laps to go? 53.
Yep. Actually,
Yeah.
yep. 52 now.
I think we should also ask.
Oh, one of the Mercedes flies into the pit lane.
I'm actually really.
It's Hamilton.
I'm quite curious to know. Do people prefer the reels of my food blogs or the photos? Because that's been a big.
I personally prefer the photos with the write-up.
The caption. Okay.
Personally, I mean, see what the fans say.
It takes a bit more effort.
Reels, photos, reels.
Both.
reels, photos, reels. Pretty 50-50.
Reels.
A lot of
with
people
the
saying
caption.
both.
Photos, both. Quite split here, 50-50.
It's like National and Labour
Yeah.
a few years ago. Less split now. I don't wish to be quoted on that.
Photos,
Photos 100%.
photo. Okay, we're going more towards photos here.
Ooh, fuck, sorry about that. I do keep kicking the table.
Winston Peters.
Winnie P. Fuck me, what a disruptor.
That's funny. Alright.
Yeah, I might order something in.
You go for gold,
Yeah,
mate.
I'm going full Novalak. He usually orders like 5 guys, and have you seen it? Where he eats it on camera
No.
and slurping all over the place like some kind of demented porn star.
I've seen it. It's not nice.
Right, red zone's on in 5. And so the NFL chat's about to be dialed up to 11.
Yeah, that's good. Good stuff, mate. Good. Maybe I can do an American accent for the entire Or not?
I'm sure a lot of people, myself included, would prefer you didn't.
I think I'll go to this one. This one looks quite good.
I think we've been there.
Have we? No, we haven't.
I know because that's... No, okay, no, maybe I've just been
I'm
there.
quite in the mood for Lebanese though.
You're always in the mood for Lebanese.
Big fan of Lebanese food. I know a place. Box. Perez coming in.
Norris 3 seconds off the arse of Verstappen now.
Straight on the hard. I think he'll be going to... No, it's medium, is it?
Yeah.
So could Perez be going for a 2-stop here?
Quite possibly.
I don't actually know what the strategy is here. Is it a 1 or a 2-stop?
Well, they're stopping after about 15 laps on the soft. 15, 16 laps on the soft. Assuming they will change to new softs after the red.
This place is unreal. Okay, I'm gonna ask the boss.
Rick.
Yep.
Lap 21 is 71, so 50 to go here, folks, if you're trying to follow along at home and sync up. As the 3-minute counter begins for Red Zone.
So I've never actually watched Red Zone. Is it like...
What?
Never. Is it like sort of... What is it? Like when teams are in the red zone?
Yeah. So they'll no ads. They cover all of the games that are happening at the same time, and you don't miss any play. They'll show whenever there's action, or if they take a timeout, they'll fuck off to another game.
Science's top speed 320. Surely.
I can't believe you've never watched Red Zone.
Well, in America it's network TV, so it's like...
It's just free on whatever game you want to watch is on.
Well, no, whatever region you're on, whatever it's Fox, ESPN, CBS, whatever they have, they make you watch that game. So if the Colts are playing, you have to watch the Colts.
You can't. Surely you'd be able to just buy Game Pass.
You can't in America.
What?
No, you have to watch network TV.
That's insane.
Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
You can't watch Red Zone in America. Is there anyone in America? Can you watch Red Zone in America or not? You're laughing at something I'm laughing at. You can buy it in America. Okay.
Red Zone is available on YouTube in America.
Is it?
Okay.
Oh, fucking mate, perfect. Oh, it's the best way to watch the NFL.
Here, how has Lewis ended up back in front of Perez?
I think Lewis undercut him.
Go on, Lewis. Go on. Full gas.
How's the McLaren on the medium? Any idea?
Who knows? Oh gosh.
Getting frisky there. And I like this move for Perez. He can really line up Hamilton here.
Yeah, but I always get nervous when Perez is doing a move on the outside.
Yeah, we all do.
I feel like he gets a bit greedy on the turn-in, like he did in Mexico.
See the punch up?
No? Oh, yeah.
So funny.
Someone showed me. Some guys are real good at the crowding, just like when you're on the outside. Joe, retire the car.
Oh, that's no good.
Damn.
Sargent's having a strong race.
We'll see if they come up with the radio comms in a sec. He hasn't had a lot of luck, has he, Joe?
No, but do you know what's I've actually been really pleased about? Is because he got quite a hard time when he entered Formula One, or the news broke that he was going to enter Formula One. And he's really shut a lot of those people up. Like, he's done a very, very solid job over the last couple of years at Alfa Romeo.
Yeah.
As I think everyone who knew him knew he would.
Yeah. Well,
But do you know the biggest mystery for me, maybe even of my life, but certainly this year, is De Vries.
what do you mean?
Like, how did that not go well? I just can't wrap my head around it.
Well, Nick, obviously we all know how good Nick is, but he always took a couple of years to peak, no matter what. Bit like Mick Schumacher, actually.
That's true.
Like Nick, he was one of my, I wouldn't say like idols, but I looked up to him a lot because he won two
titles?
He won two KF1 titles, world titles, which was crazy. It's like the toughest championship alongside KZ1 in Europe. So he won that when he was very young. He went straight to Formula Renault. He did 3 years of Formula Renault and he won in the third year. He then went to 3.5, I think. I don't think he did fantastic in that year in 3.5, but he went to GP2, had a really good first race with Rapax, and then he did 3 years of F2 and obviously won in his third year.
Yeah.
And then I think he won Formula E in his second year.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's won a couple of Formula E's.
I think he's just won one, no?
I think he might have won two.
Should
The comments will know. Yeah. I don't know. I've always just held him in such high regard. But it is true, you say, yeah, he does take a while to settle. Historically.
Yeah. So I'm sure if he had more time, he would have been good as gold, but you don't get a lot of time in F1.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. And looking at it commercially, the last thing Red Bull need as an organisation is another Dutch guy to sell drinks in Netherlands.
But you want fast guys in the car, don't you? Like that's the goal at the end of the day.
In theory.
Yeah.
For the most part.
But Nick was one of those guys.
If you can get a fast rich guy in the car, oh, you're onto it.
But Nick was one of those guys from karting you always knew he was going to get to F1.
Yeah.
Because there was just so much hype around him.
And when he was when he seemed almost established in Formula E, it was almost weird that he hadn't made it to F1.
Like even Joe, like we always thought Joe was going to get there. But in IndyCar, you get more time.
Probably Norris as well. I'd say from quite a young age, it was relatively obvious that was going to happen at some point or another.
Yeah, for sure. We just flat out fast, I think.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what George. This is a bit serious chat now, isn't it?
I know.
This is weird serious
Because
chat.
Moblek's not here.
Yeah, because he'd be taking the piss out of us for actually talking about motorsport.
Yeah.
Who of current F2 will make it, do you think?
It's a good question.
That's from Lily H21.
I mean, if it's so hard to say. I'd say Bortoletto's got a really good shout.
Yeah, but you got to wait till he's...
Well, exactly. Like, I feel bad for any F2 driver right now. You've just got no idea with a new car.
Yeah.
You've got no idea whether or not you're going to be quick next year.
I know.
Even if you're Antonelli and whoever else is signed at the Prema or out, whatever, like it could be anyone. We'll have a better idea of who's going to be happy halfway through the season, I think. But
yeah, but you sort of know from your first laps.
There's going to be
season testing.
Heaps of DNFs. Like there's going to be a lot of points lost by mechanical failures, I think.
Yeah, exactly right. At least they're not bringing a new power unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing. Like Bortoletto just won F3.
Yeah.
But how many times has someone from F3 not done well in F2?
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, if his timing would appear quite good, I mean, if he could do 2 years in F2 and win his second year, then McLaren, I mean, it almost seems like it's written in ink that Lando is going to leave McLaren at the end of this contract. But I mean,
I didn't hear that.
well, everyone seems to be talking that way. Cause, I mean, the British media just are in love with him.
I think as everyone is saying now, Antonelli. I think this guy is really, really good.
Yeah, I don't know much about him, I have to say, but...
He actually came to Maranello for a scouting when he was quite young. Like, really young. And I was there as... I was meant to be, like, driver coach.
Oh, yeah,
like,
I'm sure you did a really good job and paid attention all day and you're really thorough.
So I do a couple laps in the morning in the F4 car.
Fuck off.
And then I'd do, like, literally 10 laps. I'd jump out and chit-chat for the rest of the day. And... there we go, Jerome D'Ambrosio. Mick Schumacher looking pensive as ever. And Antonelli was there. I don't even know what to call him, Andrea or Kimi? Because it seems like it changes with the wind, doesn't it? He was so fast.
I might just start calling him Nelly. Start calling him Furtado.
Is that Georgia?
That's definitely what I'm calling him all next year for the F2 commentaries, is Nelly Furtado.
But this guy's just fast. Like, he was testing a Lamborghini Huracan with me when I was like 18 and he was like 13.
Yeah,
he was so young. I was like, this kid, his dad owned the team.
Oh,
and
that supposed, doesn't it?
He had this little kid driving the Lamborghini Huracan. Like, it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. I know a story of somebody who I went to school with, which is going to make it sound like I went to some crazy school, but his dad bought like one of the very first Lamborghini Huracans that was brought into New Zealand. And he was hammering it home. I think the second time he drove it back from the dealership to drive it home, hits a patch of water, aquaplanes off the road, and goes through a fence, but not through a fence like that, but through a fence like posts, and it split the car down the middle.
No.
Yeah. So him and his son ended up on opposite sides of a paddock, being like, that's not gone well. And then he went back to the dealership and tried to buy another one. And they said no.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
30 of 71. This race is moving slowly.
Here we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Houston Texans.
Yeah, Tampa in the red zone fast, but Baker fighting to stay on his feet, finds a man, and it's going to be a very minimal game if anything. But and that was on 3rd and 10, so they're going to send out the field goal unit in Tampa Bay. Mitch Trubisky starting for the Bears this week, mate. What do you think on that? No, it's not Mitch. Mitch Trubisky's starting somewhere else.
Chase McLaughlin. Never heard of that punter.
No. Okay, he's a kicker.
Oh, kicker, sorry.
Rams fired our kicker after we lost to...
I'm pretty sure George was just telling us that he wanted to play the team game or something in this race.
a few laps ago now. He's probably changed his mind. He's got the letterbox open. I think he's timed this quite well, actually. I think he's going to gain nicely on Hamilton, where he can now just see if he can focus on the exit, but I don't think he's close enough.
No, he's not. He's not.
Mac Jones over the middle with a nice play.
Haven't heard that much this year.
No, you haven't. Bears lining up on the 18-yard line.
And they'll probably end up on the 19-yard line.
27.
Oh!
Oh! What a catch! Brought in by the tight end.
Wow. How do you pronounce that name?
No idea. Very Eastern European looking. And the Bears go 7, or presumably 7 up with the kick to come. early on in this game.
George hunting down Lewis Hamilton.
Look at
meanwhile.
that catch. Fingertips in the end zone.
DRS open. Not even. Oh, there it is. I think they should have put the DRS zone a bit earlier here, huh? Because all the moves are being done into T4?
Yeah.
I have to send it at around 6:50, which is in 40 minutes. Is that okay?
Hey, you do you.
40 minutes? Where will we be in 40 minutes time, you reckon? Lap 60?
Yeah, there or thereabouts. I can close out the last 10. Hopefully they don't ask for an encore and keep me up late, but... Cheers, you backbones. Clem's not here to monitor all of the gifting sub bit stuff, so I'm hoping you guys are cool to just entertain yourselves on that one, because I'm sure I can speak for you as well. We've got absolutely no idea how any of that shit works, so if you've been chucking us some cash, cheers, but I'm not going to incite any more of it.
Never mind.
Yeah. Cash. That's a Radio Hierarchy reference.
Yeah.
If you want to win cash.
I've more gravitated towards the Matt and Jerry show.
Yeah, the Matt and Jerry show is stupendous, actually. Shout out to Matt Heath and Jeremy Wells and Mashy there.
Yeah, Mashy. He's on holiday.
Yeah, he's on holiday with his missus is quite fit.
Might just distance myself from that
Okay.
one. When's Clem back? Wouldn't have a clue.
Tuesday, Wednesday, I think.
We're that late, is it?
Yeah, 'cause he's doing the post-season whack test for 2 days and then he flies back.
Right.
But
Well,
we can do.
we
We
went
might
to
be
a
able to
potty.
we can fire up some more Hinchcliffe scenarios. If we need to.
Yeah, true.
Oh, big firework outside. On Guy Fawkes night, I talked about my old company in a previous stream as well, actually, about the amount of money they used to spend. So I'll dive into another one of those stories, shall I?
Go on.
So Guy Fawkes night, must have been 5 years ago now. The directors at the company I used to work for, my first insurance brokerage, booked out, the Gherkin, the top floor of there, so they could watch the fireworks on Guy Fawkes night.
Okay.
And as you can see from here, not much. It was a bit,
Yeah. Cloudy.
but I think they racked up about 32 grand on a dinner, for about 25 people.
Nice.
And then the head honcho who organised all of it just ducked out and forgot to pay the bill. And so, it's still fine, but then it was essentially just left to like 5 or 6 associates with their corporate cards, like what their limits were, to like cut up this 32 grand bill. And apparently, like my boss at the time led in and he was like, I'll chuck 3 grand in, and everyone just looked at him like, mate, come on, up it. Like, it's 32 fucking grand.
Oh dear.
It's alright, they got it through on expenses eventually, but yeah, that was a funny one.
I hear they did something similar in the what team was it? It might have been the Cowboys. They went out for a team dinner.
Oh, I've heard,
I think the NFL team, the Cowboys, and they went out for dinner to a really nice restaurant. No, it was the New York Giants, I think, and they went out to a restaurant in New York, and there was this new guy who had just been signed to the team, and they left the bill with this kid, and the bill was like 80 grand or something. And can you imagine the new recruit?
It just wouldn't get paid, eh? Like, if it was me, I'd just be like,
Everyone's
you're
doing
gonna,
dishes.
look, I can give you driver's license details,
Yeah.
To be fair, I'd probably pay it and then just sell the story to one of the New York newspapers.
You'd what?
I'd pay it, and then if I was the player, if I got left with the bill, and if I was like Eli Manning, all that shit, and I got left with an 80 grand bill, and I could pay it, because I actually couldn't, my cards would decline, but I'd pay it, and then go to like the newspaper, like The Sun, the next day. I've got a story to tell you about the New York Giants leaving a rookie running back with an $8,000 bill, and I can show you the receipt. They'd buy that story.
They would. Do they buy stories then?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how tabloids work.
I didn't know that. I thought that they were just leaks and that's how...
No, that's why people go to the papers as well. I mean, sometimes it's for doing the right thing, sure, but a lot of the time it's for a payday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Welcome to the media.
Oh dear. I've been doing it all wrong then.
Yeah.
So, what's happening then?
Fuck all.
What's happening in the NFL?
Tampa kicked the field goal. Texas straight back on them though. I mean, already on the 35-yard line.
Wait, there's an overtake. Sonoda.
You're on the outside. Easily done.
We're on the outside.
Demotes Gasly to P10.
Oh, yeah,
No? Was he lapping someone?
I don't know.
Because he's not gone up on the...
Perez is just driving his way into the race. This is nice.
Yeah. You love to see it. Norris with the fastest lap. 1:14.8.
So here we're having a look at the live drivers' championship. Alonso would go to P4 if he finished where he is.
Tough day for science.
It's not good for Charles, is it?
Charles is way down. And he wasn't even in the conversation there. So he must be like 7th or 8th.
I'm not sure. Is it
Oh! Close quarters there between Sainz and Hamilton, but Sainz is going to swing around the outside. Houston Texans hit back with a touchdown, by the way.
Fabulous stuff from the Ferrari.
Is Stroll yet to stop, or has he somehow driven himself back into this race?
What position was he?
Like 5th or something?
I think he was 7th before the first pit stop, so he definitely boxed.
Okay.
He definitely boxed. Because he's on medium now.
Yeah.
Logan driving his way into it as well. P12.
Are we just going to go to lunch on this phrase, driving himself into the race?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Piastri driving himself out of the race.
Yeah, he is actually. He's struggling. Him and Ricciardo, the two Australians, have really had a dull day.
In contrast, the two Aston Martins driving themselves into the race.
They have driven themselves back into this race, I'd actually argue, after a tough start. Come on, LA. 4th and 1. You've got to stand up here.
You got to throw yourself into the game.
You've got to drive yourself into this game. Oh, you motherfucker! A flag on the play. Waiting to see here. Sean McVay, one of the better looking coaches in the NFL. Oh, it's going to be on us, but... I know, it's on Green Bay.
Damn it.
Boom.
Big Green Bay fan. I don't know if I'm a Green Bay fan or a Aaron Rodgers fan.
You're an Aaron Rodgers
and
fan.
because of that, I am a Green Bay fan.
Yeah, it's fine, but I'm a Rams fan all day and I love my Rams.
What are your thoughts on the Patriots?
They suck.
They don't have a good image in the media, the Patriots.
Over in the States?
Well, certainly I listen to a lot of sports podcasts in America, and they're not very media friendly. Like there's not a lot of banter.
Oh.
You know, like how Miami is, the Dolphins are just constantly
A lot of chat coming out of that
a lot of
part
banter.
the world, yeah. There's a battle for the minors there between Ocon and Hulkenberg. Yeah, what's your thought on the Belichick debate? I mean, Belichick-Brady.
I'd say it's...
I think Belichick's still amazing.
I do too, but I think it's probably 60 to 70% Brady.
I'd settle on 65-35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's funny because 5 years ago or 6 years ago, you'd be saying, 60, 70% Belichick.
There were plenty of people who were more than happy to go it's all about the coach. Brady's just a cog in the machine. But then he proved that to be wildly wrong when obviously he went to Tampa Bay and won first year. I mean, I think Brady creates such a culture around him of winning and wanting to win.
Exactly.
And you want to play for Brady, that's the thing. And you want to play with Brady. Belichick, I don't know if you could have that same kind of...
Tom's. I would love to meet him, but he's probably one of those sorts of people that he walks into the room, and he just makes everyone better, because you want to be a better player when he's in the room.
And he's a generous man as well with his time, I've heard.
Well, another thing about Tom is he always took, because there's a cost cap, he always took a reasonably low salary so he could afford to have good players around him.
Yeah, and that's a backbone.
That's a
backbone.
That's the
move.
definition of a backbone.
Yeah.
Big run.
Bears with a big run into midfield.
Anyway, Sergio Perez driving his right into the rain.
31 laps to go now. We are getting through this. Have we not been paying attention, or has this been a bit of a shit race? I mean, the exciting start, but...
What do you think of the race, Sally?
Sorry?
What do you think of the race?
Bit shit. Bottas is out now as well.
What happened?
Sargent edges closer to the points.
What happened to Hamilton and Russell?
They're just battling.
You see how there's no paint on that Alfa Romeo?
There's no bugger all paint on any of the cars, to be fair.
They're just trying to get the thing so light.
I know, it's boring.
To be fair though, carbon looks good.
Disagree.
I like it.
Do you know what, my favourite livery, and it's probably because it was my childhood, was the Vodafone McLaren Mercedes.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
100%. That thing was... I almost had a F2 car that looked similar to that in high-tech.
Yeah, not that close.
It needed more red, that's for sure.
Well, it was orange. It was it was a day glow red, I'll give you that.
I'm immune to the difference in reds.
Yeah, but the chrome and bright red, orange red was good. That was fucking cool.
Who else is driving themselves into the race?
Not Valtteri Bottas, he's just retired. So we've only got 15 cars in the race. I mean, Sargent's really continuing to drive himself into the race. He's now P11.
Sargent. Yeah.
And it's been really competitive. I'm not going to say top 8, I'm going to say second through to 8th has been really competitive this race.
What happened to
They're not
the
very-
It'd be around this point in the race when you'd be like, oof, my neck's starting to hurt a bit.
Yeah, you would get a bit bored, wouldn't you? And then that's when you get bored is when the aches and pains really start to reveal themselves, isn't it?
Well, there's nothing worse than neck fatigue. Because then your shoulders start to go.
So, Indy Road Course, for example, the race I made it to,
Yeah.
when you were just literally hacking, were you getting to the point where you were just thinking about how sore your neck was and how...
To be honest, I had the biggest fuel number on planet Earth, and I was having to do that, so I didn't have a lot of time to think about my neck.
Okay.
To be fair, I did, but it wasn't too hard like that the second time around.
Huge play for the Bucks.
It was quite a difficult race this year. There's been a few hot races. The Sebring. I did a test at Sebring recently, where we did... close to 1,000 Ks, and the back of the neck gets quite sore because there's so many braking zones.
Yeah.
And that's quite hard to train for in the gym. You know, driving around a racetrack for 12 hours and that deceleration.
What kind of training could you do for that?
You
could
can
train chimpanzees.
Hmm?
They'd sort of like grab your neck and stuff, and, you know.
We do actually do neck bridges on a like a box in the gym with like a weighted plank. We've done that a couple of times.
Do you know how boring my life is? That when you said that, my first thought was, I wonder if personal trainers who specialise in necks have to take out any kind of medical malpractice insurance in case something goes wrong. And then I started thinking, I wonder if there's a market for that. I wonder if I can...
Hang on. Andy Abbey says, need to focus on eccentric loading to control deceleration. There you go.
What?
So she's saying, she's saying that, so eccentric is essentially releasing the tension slowly.
I've been described as eccentric before.
No. No. Different
Oh,
meaning.
sorry, okay.
The only reason with that, Indy Abbey, is it's actually the explosivity of the G that gets you. The first initial hit of the brake is the, and then when you start to slow down for the corner, that's when the G starts to come back.
It's when you talk about brake shape, isn't it? Where you're hard up the guts and then you sort of...
Because the highest G is when you're obviously hardest on the brake, which is when you're at high speed. So
the biggest spike.
but you're not too far off there. I should do a bit more eccentric neck work. It's a good idea. I'll take that to Ash Buckman.
Baker Mayfield in trouble again. Falls over. Oh, God.
Marcus, can we have an IndyCar story time, please?
Late hit on Mayfield.
Oh, Ellie. Lexi B3000 wants to know if you're keen for a girlfriend pod.
I've already pretty
Girlfriend.
much said no on your behalf.
What would I have to do?
I don't actually know. This is their idea.
It depends what I'd have to do.
Depends what you'd have to do.
Yeah.
Speak on the pod? Question mark. Just talk.
What about now? Well, no, this is a stream, but I don't think John. I don't know if you'd actually.
I'm completely impervious to all of this.
Gossip
I think I'd have
about
anything
the
interesting
boys.
to say.
You can do whatever you like.
I could definitely gossip about you three.
Tell us how you met James. Spill the tea on the boys. The girlfriend pod should be Alice, Lissy and Clem.
They just want gossip. That's the yeah. They want you for gossip purposes.
Well, that's fine. I can do that. I can gossip about you.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear. I'm not sure
This
that's
is why James doesn't want it to happen.
I don't mind.
I would love to watch that, to be fair. Oh, no, because I sort of want to be there to defend myself. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So you'd want to be in the background.
maybe Rory can do like two, so like one with you guys, and then one where we watch your pod, and we sort of,
That would be funny.
you know, respond to their accusations.
I reckon what would be quite funny is if you know in Modern Family where they have like the interviews like halfway through like if you asked a set of like couples questions that you could ask us two and then like you two, like our answers would be so wildly different because you've been going out for about 4.5 weeks whereas we're about 5 years in, so like,
Well, I think it'd be quite funny as well to have their pod and then us like in the corner with like a small screen, like able to like talk over them, like us obviously watching it after you.
like a live commentary on a podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny.
Basically, so you can defend yourselves.
Just so we can defend ourselves, yeah,
Yeah.
and get the last laugh.
Deny everything.
Deny at all cost. Everyone thinks we should do that.
Yeah, we've painted ourselves into a bit of a corner there, haven't we?
You have time.
Please make it happen. Okay, we may have.
Yeah, painted ourselves into a corner. Oh, who it?
What? Yes. Go Packers.
The Rams are just insistent on letting me down this year.
I have to leave in 10 minutes.
Speaking of things,
I think. Depends how long it takes me to get back.
get back
Get back to
your
West.
restaurant.
Yeah.
It's 6. How early are you eating?
Dude, it takes me so long to get back.
True.
Alright, I'll push it to like 7, but
Oh, the race will definitely be over at 7, I reckon.
You reckon?
Yeah. I fucking hope so.
Still got quite a lot there.
Yeah, 20 odd to go, 23 to go.
Oh god, that's awkward.
Take a shot for every lap without overtakes. Fuck
We're
me.
dead as a
You
doorknob.
die.
Clemwood.
Clem would say he was going to, and then do like 2 shots and completely back out of the deal.
Suddenly he'd get more mature the more he drinks. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Or he'd like pick some nationality and then stick to that for the night and just decide that he's,
He's Brazilian.
yeah.
Louis Hamilton doing the move.
Sonoda's up there.
Is
Maybe due a pit stop.
Is he driving his way into the race?
Sonoda could be driving his way into the race.
It's weird that they don't ask the driver which tyre they want to go on, isn't it? Like before the pit stop.
A little bit, yeah.
In IndyCar, it's your choice. If you want to,
If what you say goes, kind of thing.
Yeah, because you have so many bloody stops. You sometimes like a 3-stop race, 4-stop race. You get to like the last stop or the second to last stop. What do you want? Do you want a hard or a red or a black, whatever? So it's quite. Alonso's resting his neck.
Tampa Bay with a big 4th down conversion now at the goal line in Houston. Baker Mayfield's going to try and do it himself, but he goes backwards. He'll lose 4 yards on the play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Further, a 2nd and goal, I should say. 5 yards to go.
Oh dear.
Oh, there's some nice fireworks over there. I think that's over by Primrose Hill.
Can we just have a Screaming Meals meet-up night somewhere in London where we just party and drink and pray someone shows up?
1,000,000%.
Yeah? Cool.
I've actually been thinking recently about doing a Screaming Meals and Friends karaoke event.
Yeah?
You ticket it up, you get everyone to get down, have a few songs.
I actually went to a karaoke bar not long ago here in London.
Is it the Queen show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, it was so good. Seeing Callum Ilott on the mic singing Baby.
Because, talk me through the karaoke. Is it a stage and everyone else is watching you? Or do you get your own room?
We had a private room.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm less into that idea.
No, but...
I need the attention.
Well, you could be out in the public, but we chose to have a private room.
Yeah, so I reckon we book out a karaoke bar for a night, and Screaming Meals fans can buy a ticket, come down, cover our costs.
I honestly feel like I might get stage fright.
That would be my moment.
Oh, I know it would. You get your.
I'd get Rory to film it. It'd be like a closing scene in a Hannah Montana movie or something.
We could do a couples song.
It'd be such you're not stealing any of my spotlight, Ali. It's gonna be solo.
We could be like Elton John and Kiki D.
I'm the star. Yeah, I've got a list of songs on my phone that I keep running that I would do for karaoke if I was ever asked.
Big fan of Justin Timberlake in that situation. Yeah. I think, suits the vibe,
Yeah.
JT.
Yeah, I mean, Justin Bieber is a karaoke classic. I mean, you can't go too far wrong there. Baby. If you want to get a room jumping, play Baby by Justin Bieber if everyone's shit faced.
Oof, I don't think I could do that. Maybe Hannah Montana for sure, but...
Yeah. I mean, we can all pick our song.
Do you know I listened to the Jonas Brothers unironically since I met Joe?
That's quite funny.
Burning Up by the Jonas Brothers.
Turning out.
That's a tune.
Do you reckon we could do what's it called when there's 3 people doing a song? A trio?
A trio, yeah.
A trio performance of the Jonas Brothers song near you and Clem? as like the closing number for the night.
What about a High School Musical tune?
I'm into that too. I know most
Yeah.
of the words. A few of the dances.
I quite like the opening song, High School Musical 1.
We're all in this together.
That's not the opening song.
No, that's... I think, was it Breaking Free? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Is it?
Is it?
Oh, maybe not.
I reckon we could do a really good effort on Breaking Free.
I quite like, hey, bada, hey, bada, swing. I got to just do my thing. Yeah.
Nah, I reckon Breaking Free is probably
Soaring, flying.
There's not a star in heaven that we can reach if we're trying.
Yeah, we're breaking free.
Do you want singing lessons for Christmas?
No, I don't need it. It'd be a waste of money. Science X at the pits stayed in P7. I mean, yeah, he's had a fairly monotonous day.
I think they should rename the pits. They should rename Pit Lane to something a bit more like generic, like
Deep trauma. And Carlos Sainz is in deep trauma.
or something cool like Cruisy Street or something. Carlos Sainz is in Cruisy Street.
In Breezyville.
Oh god.
They should monetize the pit lane though, shouldn't they? They should call it like the Heineken pit lane. Or the DHL pit lane.
Yeah, I'm surprised IndyCar doesn't do that.
If we know who to talk to sell it. I reckon we could broker a deal there.
Mm.
Here comes the number 11 Ridgeline Honda into the Craggy Range pit lane. How good.
The Craggy Range Cruisy Street.
Craggy Range Cruisy Street pit lane. Where we encourage driving, then drinking.
Screaming Meals, the Screaming Pit Lane.
I don't think we're operating that kind of marketing budget.
Yeah.
Flag on the play in Minnesota. And it's Nicolas Cage. That looks like it might be a holding call.
Sergio Perez driving himself into the race.
Continuing to do so.
On board with Lance Stroll and Cruisy Street.
Oh, and it's a complete fuck up.
Not the quickest pit stop.
4.3. What else is going on as we get our lap chart back? Alonso's 37 seconds off the tail of Norris and Verstappen. I'm assuming that's with a pit stop, but that's still a big margin.
I don't think it is. Oh, yeah, it will be with a pit stop, actually.
Perez is all over the back of Alonso as well, so that could get entertaining. Any other questions anyone's got while we're plodding along here?
Favourite Skittles flavour?
Oh, green apple, all day.
Haven't tried a Skittle in probably 10 years.
The red ones.
Red's always a good shout.
Mm.
I agree.
Any grape flavoured candy is quite reliable.
Favourite peanut butter brand? Well, I have a lot to say on this subject.
I quite like Jif.
No, well, in America, yes.
Yeah.
Because they have like a low sodium version. And in America, the peanut butters there are quite...
Salty.
They taste artificial.
They probably are.
However, here in the UK, you have pep and nut. Very good one. Smooth, though. You can't go for crunchy. I actually had a crunchy the other day. Didn't I, mate?
You were very upset
I
about it.
was so upset. The only positive thing about crunchy is you can get it out of the jar a bit easier because it sort of attaches itself to the peanut butter. The peanut does.
Yeah, no, you were very animated.
Upset. Like, who buys crunchy peanut butter?
Psychopaths.
Anyway,
Me.
Case in point.
I do like pepper nut. Although I'd also like Meridian. That's not too bad.
It's hotel, isn't it?
It's also a peanut butter brand. I'd say what?
Is Sonoda driving himself into this race?
Sonoda's driving himself into this race. Best drink mix cocktail. You'd be the expert on this.
Well, I mean, there's no best cocktail. It's like, yeah, it's completely personal, but in every situation it's different. Give me a situation, I'll give you a perfect cocktail.
Drink with Marcus and Clem after an IndyCar race.
Vodka martini.
Strongly disagree. You need something that will hydrate you. A bit of sugar as well. Obviously, I've raced the race, so it's different for me, but you see, I'd go for an espresso martini in that situation.
Maybe.
Big fan of the espresso martini.
Yeah. It's a bit more hit and miss though. Yeah, espresso. You can very easily get a shit espresso martini.
In saying that, I know where to find the best espresso martini in the world.
Where's that?
It's at Zephyrs in London.
Yeah, they're pretty good there.
That is on which street? It's on just off.
Brompton or something?
No, just off. Geez, I've forgotten all my London streets.
Yeah, we've had a couple of espresso martinis in there over the years.
Just across the road from Jack's.
That's the one.
Yeah.
All right, so the Rams are losing by 7. We've got some new moron in at quarterback.
Oh yeah, because Stafford's injured, isn't he?
Yeah, he's done his thumb again. Fuck's sake.
Who's in for him?
I think it might even be Stetson Bennett.
Oh no way.
Yeah, mate. That or our other reserve.
It must be Stetson Bennett.
Yeah, number 11, I think, is Bennett. Which is fine. Like, I believe in the guy for our long-term goals, but it's not who I wanted this week, I've got to be honest.
Typically, a quarterback out of Georgia isn't actually that good because they have so many good pieces around them.
Yeah, the O-line's ridiculous.
O-line, they have all the time in the world.
And the O-line for the Rams sucks.
They had done for quite some time, even on the Super Bowl team.
Absolutely sucks, yeah.
Remember on the Super Bowl, they couldn't even run the ball? Remember that?
No.
They could only throw it?
We've basically got 2 downs. We're a 2-down team. So actually, of late, the run game's been our only thing that's been sort of consistently ticking over quite well. But historically, yeah, terrible. We'd run for 1 yard, if that, on the first down, and then hope Stafford goes over the middle for fucking 14 yards to Cooper Kupp for the rest of the game.
Lando's doing... What? How's Lando leading?
He's not stopped yet.
Oh, God.
If I was him,
I think you'd be hoping for a safety
13
car.
to go, you stay out.
Yeah, you wait for a safety car, probably.
Yeah.
Or you could just stay out.
Yeah.
But I think Max will get
Stafford's
you.
going to have him covered on a new set of softs, isn't he? He's going to have more than a second to that.
George is retiring. Why is everyone retiring?
George is out, is he? That'll put Sargent close. We're going to get 14 cars finishing this race. Here we go. All right, so Russell's in with some kind of mechanical issue. A real race of attrition, this one, as it turns out.
I wonder what the issue is. If only we had commentary, huh?
And Perez getting frisky with Alonso again. Think he's timed this run quite well, but he's going to have to stay put through the centre S's. He could be potentially just too far back still.
What's today? Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday.
What are you up to tomorrow?
few things in the afternoon, gym in the morning. Lando, what's your radio? Box.
Mm.
Maybe he thinks the soft won't last. Yeah, he's dreaming if he's gonna reel in Verstappen though.
Yeah, it's not happening, is it?
And the thing is, F1 pit stops are so fast now, there can be a safety car, Max would still pit and rejoin the lead.
Mm.
It's kind of annoying. I think they should bring back refueling like they do in IndyCar.
I love refueling. Alonso and Perez getting a little bit personal there. Holding call on New Orleans, I think.
I'm running out of steam.
Chicago. Yeah, I mean, mate, these F1 streams are not short. Not for the faint-hearted, these things. That's why actually the NFL's been a bit of a saving grace, to be honest. It's something to talk about.
Yeah, well, this could be the go every weekend. I guess F1 races are not normally on at the same time.
Unfortunately not, no. Oh, Alonso running a bit wide there.
Massive line for the Spaniard. Perez has been chasing the bloke down for...
Oh,
What is he doing?
you could have parked a bus on that apex.
I think it's the old... do you remember back in 2014 when the cars had so much torque and no grip, they just miss every apex because
Yeah.
every corner was too tight for it?
Weird year.
It's a little bit more normal now.
And you just, like, the last thing you would see was a Formula 1 car on a curb on an apex.
Mm.
Yeah.
And since all the F1 cars go there, F2 became like that because F1 lay all the rubber down super wide. So you'd have to drive there. It would just make no sense.
Mm.
Jahan and I used to have this code word called hammy lines.
Oh, yeah.
Where it'd be like, after FP would be like, turn 1, Budapest, hammy line. Which would just mean going so hard, miss the corner by a country mile, but since there's so much F1 rubber out there, you just bring it up
Yeah.
and you'd make it. And you'd find that out by like purposely trying to drive off the track, but you just figure out, oh my god, there's so much grip out there.
Just send it. Fireworks are getting better, actually. They're really turning up. All around the city. Oh, there's some over Tower Bridge. How nice. Oh my god, look at South London. It's going off. Happy Guy Fawkes, everyone. It's weird that we have a day every year where we celebrate an attempted terrorist attack.
You can't say that.
It's true.
No, fireworks are a display of...
Do you know who Guy Fawkes was?
I don't want to know.
Okay. The short and long of it is he was a terrorist.
What? Okay, I didn't know that.
The gunpowder plot.
Would you like a history lesson?
No, don't
Okay.
want to know.
Fair enough.
Do not want to know.
I feel like I'm all built up now, you know?
Well, put that energy into your Seahawk in Baltimore.
Your seahorses. Your Baltimore seahorses. Up against your Seattle Mermen.
Nice interception there.
Yeah. I fucking hate Seattle.
Why?
I don't like the football team. I don't like the Seahawks. There's a rivalry with the Rams and the Seahawks.
I quite like the Seahawks. Good team chemistry.
Yeah, I have actually heard it's quite a nice team chemistry there with Pete Carroll.
What do you want for dinner?
Yeah, Jim, what do you want for dinner?
Don't know. Mexican would go good. Bit of tortilla. Chipotle.
Have you got any tortillas?
Chipotle?
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh. Watching Lando Norris here all on his own.
I'm going to order an Uber because it would take 15 minutes for it to confirm.
It does take a good bit of time. Actually.
Welcome, London.
I'm just enjoying all these fireworks. This is fantastic, actually. This is better than I thought it would be. The only problem is none of them particularly close, so you kind of just like, hey, look at those over there.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of. There's not.
Yeah, those are the places.
Yeah, I know. And they're like a mile and a half away. Make some hot dogs, suggestion there. £2.50 margaritas at Tortilla, apparently.
Lando's reeling in Verstappen, but it's too little too
Yeah.
late, I think.
It's far too little too late. Oh. It just kicks the table.
Alonso is just... He's driving himself to that podium.
I don't know how, though. He's driving... On the surface, it looks like he's driving really badly, because he hasn't had an apex for a while, but...
Yeah, but sometimes the car needs to be driven like that.
Yeah, and I suppose he would know.
Like, if you...
Yeah, look at the exit there. The difference in traction between Alonso and Perez up the hill.
I think you're just widening your exit.
Yeah.
You're giving yourself...
You're opening up the corner a bit somehow.
Yeah, exactly. You're giving yourself a better chance to have a good exit. Sometimes when you're on the apex with a lot of steering lock, you can't get on the gas. And you just kill tyres. But then again, I don't know. It looks like Sergio's coming.
Yes, yeah, but it's looked like Sergio's been coming for a while now. It's the fireworks behind us. Oh yeah, the tower bridge ones are cool.
See, Uber is horrendous in London, man.
It is, it's shocking. It's fantastic in Indianapolis.
It's good, yeah.
So, I'm not even ready. I've barely got my underpants on by the time the Ubers are outside.
3 minutes away. What?
There you go, that's right.
No
Actually,
way.
New Zealand, they're really fast and really cheap too.
Yeah, but it's 900 meters away, but it will take it 10 minutes to get.
Well, yeah.
1 sec. With it.
You need to raise the energy.
Oh, look, it's Sunday evening. We're all winding down now. I feel like everyone, you know, it's been a Grand Prix. There's not much more than you can say about it. It's been a Grand Prix with a red flag and a safety car. It was kind of exciting, but yeah. Not a lot of good races lately. What's everyone in the chat saying there? Can't wait for IndyCar to be back. Yeah, so. Missing Indy, bring back Singapore. Are you going to do what? AD? What's AD?
Abu Dhabi.
Oh no! Heavens no! No, not going to Abu Dhabi. I can't think of anything worse. Fit check with James. Okay. This is a jumper from Marks and Spencer's.
Yeah.
That Ali bought me for my birthday a couple of years ago. It's cashmere, and I've shrunk it, so that's why I wear it with the sleeves rolled up. This is a pair of chinos that I bought on Amazon for £12.99. And this is a Tennessee Titans visor that I bought at Nissan Stadium when I went to watch Marcus race in Nashville.
Now that's my iPad, so how's this going to work?
It's actually a good point.
I guess, will I see you tomorrow?
Yes. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'll be around.
I'm leaving at 4.
Yeah, okay.
I'm leaving the country at 4.
Oh, the country at 4. Okay, right. I was okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'll be back tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, because I know where you're going. Yeah, grass. Easy. Well, I might see you tomorrow. I might see you Tuesday night. We'll try to film something Wednesday though.
Well, no, because can you give me this before 4?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Or
yeah,
do you,
I can do that.
We may as well wait for the last 3 laps.
I'm here all day tomorrow, so.
I actually want to take this with me now.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to leave this behind unlocked.
Finish the pod in the Uber.
Yeah, finish the stream. Actually, you could do that. Just finish the stream in the Uber. Or you might need the Wi-Fi.
I don't have any Wi-Fi.
It's getting noisy now.
Yeah, they must be close, those ones.
The Uber is still 930 metres.
There's a while away.
I reckon they're that way.
3 to go. We've got the race. This is the most interesting race we've had so far today. The Uber versus the clock. 3 to go. 3 complete circuits to go. Sargent painfully just outside the points.
Lexi B3000, I'm going to dinner. I shouldn't be late.
Perez is still pesting all over the back of Alonso.
Massive.
Oh,
respect.
he's going to be so sick.
Oh, what's science saying?
I have no downshifts. Is it not over for Logan Sargent to score points? Sainz with struggling downshifts. That could be the hydraulic thing, couldn't it be? Because the gearbox relies on hydraulic pressure to change gears. Science.
Engineering, not science.
Engineering is a form of science.
Is it?
Yep.
$870 meters.
Okay.
How? Oh no, sorry, it's jumped to 370.
Oh, huge gains.
So who's going to win this? I reckon.
I reckon your Uber's got him. Your Uber might be the first driver to beat Max Verstappen since Carlos Sainz. Oh, sending it goes Sergio Perez. And he's gathered up quite nicely on the exit. He's gathered up. Well, Alonso's going to have DRS here now. But I think Perez might actually have him covered.
Well, the
It's close.
fast and straight line.
Yeah, but so is the Red Bull.
Oh.
Oh, that was a bit... Was it?
No, it was right.
No?
It was
Oh.
alright. 'Twas alright. Yikes. I think Alonso's going to use his head because...
Yeah.
He was-
You need points here if you're Alonso.
Yeah.
It's very strong showing for Aston Martin, though, to be fair. And credit to Stroll. 8 seconds off the back of Alonso.
God, I love Alonso line. He's just so wide.
What?
He's like so wide everywhere.
Oh, wide.
He made an apex though. Just now.
Yeah.
The Uber has beaten Max Verstappen.
Oh, dear.
We'll make...
Well, he's just crossed the stripe to start the final lap, so I think we can be fairly confident he's going to take the win, and we can probably end the stream there.
Be right there. Sending.
All right, well, thanks everyone for watching. Cheers for tuning in. Mark's just got to run to a dinner.
We'll see you guys.
Very soon, probably.
Podcast being released very soon.
Yeah, really soon. Hopefully this week.
Ciao.
Then you push the stop button. End stream.